Okay, here we are, big old tree day. So I'm contract climbing for Dylan. He's the ground guy I use sometimes. He's got his own company, the Ground Guy LLC, and he is I'm contract climbing today. Big old brushy, big for, it might be 50 inches. It's a big guy. It's a local company called FMI. They sell equipment. He's gonna be renting or demoing like a truck and chipper. His truck's broken, so he's got the rental company's gonna be bringing a truck and chipper out in a little bit. It's kind of straightforward, but it is a big tree. Should be awesome. I think we just need to lower basically one limb right over this. It's like carport right here, but other than that, it's just going to be kind of crashing limbs down. These trees are awesome because it's very large, but it's not really that challenging. There's not much around it. I mean, we got some fences and stuff, but they're just far enough away. It's just gonna be a big brushy mess. I'm excited, I'm happy. It was supposed to be really rainy today. Maybe the rain will come back, but right now the weather's looking pretty good. Right now it's late September in Washington State. So I'm just gonna go up this thing and cut it down in pieces. There's nothing exceptionally challenging about this tree except for just the size of it. This would be really hard if you were a newer climber. You know, you do the first few of these, they really take it out of you, but after a while you just get used to it. And these trees are actually really awesome. So I'll just be able to crash everything down. They're taking this tree out because it just keeps popping limbs. Weird thing about these Doug firs is they have this thing called sudden limb drop, and the limbs, it'll kind of like prune itself. Look at all these branches. These are all just randomly, you know, just pop, and the limb just falls down, and they're huge and they're everywhere. So this thing just keeps popping off limbs like crazy. So it's got them stressed out. So they're cutting it down, and I don't blame them at all. It's just another big fir, you know. They're everywhere. I'm guessing it lost its top at some point because these branches are absolutely monstrous down here, which tells me that probably the food that was going to go to the top has gotten diverted to the branches. I might be wrong, but I bet I can't see the top from here, but I'm willing to bet when I get to the top we'll find an old broken spot or someplace where it was topped perhaps. Basically, these limbs are getting really big really fast, and they're just popping off like crazy. These things are no joke. That would do some damage. So this tree's getting the death sentence. You know, a lot of people, they see my videos, they think I'm out here cutting down old growth and stuff, but they don't live in Washington State. They don't understand, like, this is not that old of a fir. This isn't some exceptional. They're all this big. Of course they're not all this big, but you know what I'm saying. This is, they grow really fast here. This is a temperate rainforest. We got a ton of water. They grow like crazy. They grow like fast. There are trees everywhere. We've got no shortage of them. You know, I'm not raping the earth out here. We want this yard to be safe, so it's coming down. There are literally like a trillion of these out in the woods. Okay, maybe not a trillion, but there are a lot. Okay, monkey beaver saddle. Wearing my JK lineman boots. You said they're bringing an Avant as well?
Yes.
Have you ever worked with an Avant?
No, I demoed one in their yard, but
yeah, they're awesome.
Controls were a little funky compared to the skid steer.
Yeah, they are, but they're so awesome.
Yeah, that's another thing. Joe's trying to get me to buy everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, buddy. I think we're about to we're going into a collapse.
Bucklight titanium spurs available at sappysupplies.com.
I'd like to get a chipper. I think I'll get a new chipper from them. Hopefully next spring.
A new chipper?
Yeah.
More bark?
Yeah, that's about all I feel comfortable.
Yeah, now I'm the one with the truck and chipper.
I know. Now I got nothing.
That sucks, your truck's broken. Gibbs Climber double-ended 15-foot steel core flip line available at sappysupplies.com. It's nice and stiff for these conifers, you know. I've also got new sappy soap on my site. Maybe this will be a good tree to get sap on my hands. This is Edelred Bucko, this rope right here. I had a weird incident where they sent me some and it kind of like started falling apart. I made an Instagram post about it. It was super weird, and they reached out and they sent me another one, so we'll see how it works this time. I mean, it seems like nice stuff, but it was just like falling apart. I don't know what happened. Petzl AMD carabiners available at Sappy Supplies. I'll try to get this Bucko rope added to my site too if it works good. Petzl Zigzag available at Sappy Supplies. Pretty much all Petzl gear. My online store is really coming along. I'm really adding stuff. And this thing, Oregon Speed Cut Nano Bar and Chain, available at Sappy Supplies. But this Mark III Husky 540 just freaking rips, dude. It's so awesome. Probably my new favorite. I think it cuts better than my 200. It is weird to start though. Choke is weird on this. This is a butt carrier right here that I rack my saw on. I saw that too. Can you do me a favor? Yep. Can you move my rope bag like 3 feet over? So just, I'm probably gonna end up burying it a bunch of times. Just over this way more. Yeah, right there. look at this. Watch. Missed the bonus branch. It's such a tangled mess. There's a bonus branch right here. Yeah, there's a lot of brush on this thing, buddy. Oh, they're here? Awesome. Just keep on cutting. Okay, so I guess FMI just got here. Can't see him from in the tree, but I guess they brought an Avant as well, like a wheel loader with a grapple. So hopefully that'll help to get through this. This is a really brushy tree. I don't know what size chip chuck they brought, but probably not big enough to fit this whole thing. I mean, this is like super brush down there, but the machine makes it really nice as long as they can get in here and they've got good maneuverability. The Avants they're so cool. This is really fun though. Fun for me, not so much on the ground probably. It's all about the roll. Don't just flip it up and down, roll it like that. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do. There's so much brush. It's like, do I just keep cutting or do I wait? So I'll just keep cutting. Look at that big old hanger out here. Gotta go get this one over the carport. Probably just piece it out. Big branch lower and down. I mean, it's really huge. I got Dylan just wrapped the rope around the tree twice for friction, and I've just got it over a nub. It's kind of like really old school way of doing things, but it works great for just a limb or two. If I had to do a bunch of limbs, this is really time consuming, but it's faster to wrap the tree. It's faster to do it this way than set up a block and a pour wrap and everything. But if I had to do a bunch of limbs, then that time spent setting up the rigging would be worth it. But this will be, we just got to lower one branch, and then we're in the clear for this. And there's the Avant. Just going to town. Once again, I was wrong. We should have just set up the rigging. We should have just set up the poured wrap. Now it's a big friction-y giant mess down there. So just being lazy, you know? It was just taking 5 minutes to set everything up, but I guess this takes 5 minutes too. It doesn't really matter. It's one limb. We're cruising. And I could have lowered it myself if I would have left some more, like the area where I was cutting. I just didn't have any stubs. Otherwise, I could have used that for more friction. So if I were smart, I would have left a stub or two nearby where I was cutting, and then I could have rigged it myself. Got my rope. Yeah, I knew I was gonna find some sort of anomaly like this on the ground. That's what I was talking about. So this tree's got two tops, so almost so at one point something very likely broke out here, and now you got two tops instead of one, and that's why you get that abnormal growth. I wouldn't even be surprised if you keep going up and find another funky thing going on the tops, because these limbs are still big too, and you get those abnormally large fir branches, so there's always almost something going funky going on in the top. Look at this included bark right here. This is just, I'm surprised it hasn't failed yet. You know, the water gets in there, it freezes, sediment gets in there, it expands and it freezes, it contracts, the wind blows this apart. I'm surprised this hasn't failed yet. This will fail eventually, guaranteed. It's just a matter of time. Couldn't even see that from the ground because this thing was so brushy. Knew from the branches at the bottom something funky was going on up here. They're just, I cut them and there's very little manipulation I can do with it. Sometimes fir hinges really well, but this one, that very little manipulation I can do. As soon as I cut the top, pop, they just pop open. And it's probably from the abnormal growth, losing the top, having all that extra food going to the side, to the branches. You know, they get so big so fast. Typically the faster they put on wood, the weaker the wood that wood is, you know, and I mean, it makes sense why we're seeing so many branches down there. Just another reason not to top your trees, especially a fir tree, that the limbs, they just get so brittle. They're just like spring loaded, and it's no wonder there's a big pile of 10 huge limbs down there. All the time this tree is just busting limbs left and right. All these stubs, that's like so many limbs. This thing's just shedding like crazy. They're so heavy, even if I don't do a bottom cut, they just peel, like snap, like as though I did. They're popping like crazy. I'm pretty happy with that, and the butts are facing the chipper, so Yvonne's already got the top side of here. I love this saw. I think it's my favorite top handle. Wood. Dude, I've never seen anything like this. This thing is just shredding. Absolutely freaking shredding. The tensioner is not the best on it. The chain loosens up because the tensioner is on the cover instead of the body. But dude, this is just so powerful. So cool. Yeah, I'll take the 500 next. Dude, this piece is a little tricky because it's really long. Ideally, I'd just go down below it, make a notch, and flop a log. But the piece is so long that it'll spear tip down into the ground if I try to do that, because the piece is just too long. It won't fit. So I gotta try to like chunk it a little bit and then flop a log probably. Because I can't just like, it's really hard to cut this stuff right here because these are pushing each other. The tension compression gets really crazy. Ideally, you stick it in here and then you cut out like that. But it's hard to do with the big saw. I like to just flop this thing over. But the seam goes way down there. I can't do a log that big. It'll just put a big hole in the ground. It's not just the hole in the ground that you got to worry about. It's that when it sticks like that, the log can just flop wherever. All right, so this saw has awesome power, but I had a big issue with the oiler. It was just oozing oil coming out of all the wrong places, and none of it was getting into the guide bar. So I took it to Madsen's. They fixed it. Supposedly it was a faulty oil hose, so it was under warranty. See how this thing runs. It's been months since I ran this saw. High hopes for it. Don't let me down, baby. Yeah, see, if I wouldn't have shortened it up with those singles, that thing would have endowed. Oh yeah, look at that. This is a perfect job for after I got my sappy soap. Face is kind of shallow, this is stubby. Rather than opening up the face cut more, that little snipe is like an opening plus another opening, so that'll cause it to flip. Because it's pretty likely actually this thing's so short and stubby and this cut's so shallow, it could just sit and stay there. But with that lip, it probably won't. Dylan,
Yep.
How do you feel about just following it now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say this, Husky definitely gives me more problems than Still. Like my oiler issue with this. That top handle catches my glove if I wear a glove. But man, they rip. That saw's got serious power. That's a 92 cc's, 36-inch bar. I mean, I was blasting through that wood. All right, 88 time, almost. Don't often get to use this saw, but I like it. 50-inch bar. Really hope I don't dull my saw. There's a lot of metal in the tree. I'm hoping by cutting it low, I avoid that metal, and then we'll use the 66. We'll use Dylan's saw to fire with that part. But I just want to tip it over with this. I mean, this is a lot of work if I dull this thing. And I'll let this thing warm up for like a solid minute. 120 cc saw. Wow, my bar's short. That took forever. Man. Get this back on. Might be able to do it without the bar tower.
You need a hand. Something.
Just need to. Yeah, can you hold the tip up? There we go. Alright, I got it. Okay.
It's the biggest chainsaw thing I've ever seen.
It's the biggest one they make.
Okay, that makes sense. Unless you want to carry on a V8. It's got a like 125 two-stroke motor on it, damn near.
Yeah, it is 120 cc's.
You set up on this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try for one more minute. If it doesn't work, I'm done. Can you just hold the tip up? Does this thing spin?
Okay.
Yeah, it's my chain is buggered. That's what this is. When I threw the chain, it buggered up the drive links on the chain, so they were like stuck in the bar and in the sprocket there. Ooh, it's hot. Just try to cool it down. If it doesn't work this time, definitely going to the other saw. Man, that saw pisses me off. This one will do fine. All right, well, Husky's saving the day. The 88 couldn't do it. It's a big stump. Really might use my 88. a little high on this side, but it's not too bad. I mean, look how short my 36-inch bar was. That Husky rips.
Yeah, about almost 50.
At? Almost 55. 55-inch for. Yeah, you know, this 88 is cool. It's big. I don't know. It's just not. I think I'm going to switch it over to 3/8. It's 404 right now. I think I'd rather have a 3/8 chain. That might make it a little bit easier. That 404 chain. Plus, it's like so tight that it's buggered. I can't really loosen up the guide bar very much. I feel like the chain needs one more driver or something. I think I'm just going to junk that chain and just switch it to 3/8. Just pop the tip out. It's a 404 tip. Just pop it out, put a 3/8 in there, and then have Gordy make me a custom 3/8 loop chain. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Let's cut this baby up. So there's a lot of metal in there. We're going to leave that for now. Dylan's going to come back and kind of deal with that. This is where square ground, where round is better. Like, you know, I got a 36-inch bar on here. If I dull this thing, I can file it by hand, but it's clunky. It's not that. Basically, I'm gonna want to put it back on the grinder, get it all nice again. This chain's ripping, but if I dull it, granted, because it's about 25% faster than round, I feel like you can actually dull it a little bit and it will still cut faster than round. It's got that much more tolerance, if that makes sense. Anyways, point is, with this really dirty backyard wood, I like round better because you can cut and oh, you hit a nail, you pull it out, you sharpen it in like 15 minutes, and then you go back about your business. This, it's like a huge pain in the butt if you dull it. You know, it's basically, if I dull this right now, I'm gonna be sharpening it tonight. You know, I'm gonna let Dylan deal with that with his round chain, and I'm gonna work on this. Yeah, I got metal. The saw's done.
Why do people do that?
I know, that's like way up there too. That's like 20 feet up. That sucks. If there's metal here, there's metal in all this. But where's the round? Where is it? The 661?
Oh, right up there by your
And then if I dull it, I can just sharpen it at 500i. Square ground chain. I'm gonna cut that with Dylan's saw. run Dylan's stock 661. It's got a full comp though. See, skip tooth round would be nice for this situation. Full comp is a lot of teeth. We're gonna try our best, but we're gonna dull this thing. Even dull, this thing cuts twice as fast as that 66. Man. Well, now it's too dull to cut it all. Okay, we're actually gonna pack it up for the day. That's about it for this video. Hey, thanks for having me out, Dylan.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out.
Please like and subscribe. Check out my online store, sappysupplies.com. You can buy these West Coast saw axe handles and these wedges right there on it. And Sappy soap. I'll have to show you guys that too. Every dollar you spend at Sappy Supplies enters you for a chance to win a chainsaw. I'm giving away a different saw every month for a year. Buy anything at Sappy Supplies for a chance to win a chainsaw. Check out my store for more details. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.